Hello YouTube, welcome to Thornton, site to chase race number 2 and race 31 of season number 4. If you didn't watch qualifying, well, then you're in for the shock for the grid, I guess, I don't know. It's an all Gibbs front row, Zach Kreller, Kenny Bale being on pole, Jeff James, Preston Plord row 2 with DJ Curtis, William Duncan row 3. Ish Taylor, Dylan Casella, row 4, and the top chaser will start inside row number 5. That is Stephen Paul III alongside Kyle Collins. Rest of the starting grid looks like this as I go through the points. Levi McIntyre and Amy Shelley, there you see her on the screen, come in as the co-points leaders, tied at 61-53. Mary Shelley third in points. Stephen Paul III and Chris Washer are tied for fourth. Dylan Young is 6th in points with Troy King and Tom Shelley tied for 7th. Eric and Rage, Ben Newworth, Henry Powers, and Steve Pollard come in as the bottom 4 in points, as Texas was nothing short of chaotic, basically, as not many chasers had anything not go wrong.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given. A lot of D&Q, or a lot of go home cars slash D&Q regulars starting towards the front. Zach Kreller gets off to a slow moving start. I almost got worried that Kenny Bale was gonna, or someone was gonna fall off turn of death there. Green flag is out and we're underway here from Thornton. Kenny Bale off to a good start as they're 3 wide behind him, as there you see the train in the background. Looks like field kind of got through there nicely. Top 3 broke away a little bit. And everyone survives that, so only the truck series had issues with that guardrail today, or this weekend. As Steve Pollard and Stephen Pollard III battle for position. Back up to the front, Preston Plord looking to driver's right of Kenny Bale, who's going to be braver on the brakes going into the hard left-hander here at the end of this highway section. Plord's got the advantage right now. I've seen the guys on the outside usually be braver on the brakes, but it actually is Kenny Bale, as Bale tried to sneak it back inside. A couple drivers go a little bit wide, and we've got a driver off. It's Tom Shelley, who has now finally come out from behind something back there. And, well, good thing we've got the onboard. And I'm not quite sure where Tom Shelley has gone off to, but troubles for the 45. We'll check back in with him later. As Jay Stella pushes Charles Jackson down this highway, the second highway section. And a little bit of a 3-car draft there. DJ Curtis, Jeff James, William Duncan, Preston Plord has gone away to the lead. And DJ Curtis is going to try and be brave on the brakes into the hard right-hander. This is a big sweeping corner right here. Duncan and Casella were pretty close there. I was kind of nervous for him. And Casella hard into the wall and big time problems. Holy moly. Huge wreck on that straightaway. Where is Tom Shelley? Has found a guardrail back there somewhere. Oh my, big wreck. We'll look at that at the end of the race. Meanwhile, DJ Curtis to the lead, as I'm actually shocked. I I knew that was a possibility, but dang, I never think that's gonna happen. Top 5 have broken away now. As Jeff James looks for second in this sweeping right, the second sweeping right-hander is what I'll call it. Wide corner at least. And Zach Kreller now looking for the spot again. And top 3 are single file. Battles for 4th as William Duncan catches some air. DJ Curtis, can he keep it off the guardrail now? Duncan's not going to. No, DJ's not able to. But it's going to be William Duncan who goes to the top spot. Oh, and DJ Curtis might be side by side as they come to the turn of death. Oh, Duncan, DJ, and Kreller all came close. Kenny Bale with damage to the side. Chris Washer came close. Robert Pollard is off. Ax Casella with a wheel off. Momakario wheel off. Kyle Matthews falls off the turn of death. And drivers going to the pits after lap 1 and the chaos that ensued. Charles Jackson to the pits. And you see the insane damage of the cars that were on pit lane. As William Duncan to the lead. Preston Plord now into second. DJ Curtis, Zach Kreller, Jeff James still the top 5. Kenny Bale, Will Lewis, Henry Powers top 8. Chris Washer, Jay Stella the top 10 right now. Just the lone 2 chasers in the top 10. As Kreller swings it out wide in the 20. I thought I saw a battle here. Powers was looking heavy damage to the right side of Powers' car too. Either way, I think things will kind of calm down a little bit now. The field has gone spread out because of that major crash that happened almost 1 lap ago now on that highway section. That is a part of this road, this street course that that part back there is a part of the street course I would love to see changed at least a little bit. As Preston Plord now makes the move on William Duncan. Side by side they go down this highway section. That will slow him down a little bit and should allow DJ Curtis to catch back up. As Zach Kreller and Jeff James battle for 4th. Basically, all these guys up here, the funny part about it, take out Preston Plord basically, and all of them are fighting for key points here. Because Preston Plord's the only one of these that's really safely locked into these races right now. DJ Curtis needs a strong run. Jeff James needs a strong run. William Duncan just needs strong runs whenever he can get it. Same for Kreller because they are go or go home cars. Looking back here, Chris Washer now has caught these guys, and his car looks pretty clean. Jay Stella, Jake Baskinger. Kind of just looking for cars that look to be fairly undamaged right now. Amy Shelley just going to have to try and ride it out. And you see the car still on pit lane. As we've got a battle for the lead once again. William Duncan now going for the top spot. The Lowe's Chevrolet as Jeff James goes for 3rd. Now that outside line has tended to get the better run down this straightaway from what I've seen. And it's proving basically the same here, as Preston Plord will clear for the top spot. DJ Curtis now goes for second on William Duncan. Duncan's going to be in the wall. Preston Plord's going to probably get the wall, and he's going to spin out, and DJ Curtis to the lead as Jeff James spins. DJ Curtis, the rookie, looking for his first career win. Could it be today at the wildest of wild cards, Thornton? William Duncan clear off the turn of death as the top three have now just basically broken away. Kenny Bale is way off! I think he hit the railroad crossing sign. Levi McIntyre's clean. So is Mary Shelley. They were both out there. That's basically your big pack. As you've got someone came to pit lane. That was Amy Shelley. And Jackson's all by himself. So either way, DJ Curtis now retains the lead, and it's a little over a second back to William Duncan when they cross the line. Zach Kreller is a distant third should something happen. Will Lewis runs fourth, trying to get that car into the top 30 in points. Chris Washer trying to improve his gap over 8th place right now. Looking good for that. Henry Powers getting a good run. Came into this race 11th in the points. Needs to just finish it out here. Jay Stella, Gene Sanford, Jessica Shelton, and Ben Newart, the top 10. Jessica Shelton could use a good run as well. That car, go homer as well. Ben Newworth could use a solid run. Came into this race 9th. And someone is off. It's Jay Stella. And that's it. Into the Bermuda Triangle for Jay Stella. And it's an instant retirement from 6th place. Well, we're going to have to try and fish Jay Stella out. We've got the Bermuda Triangle appearing now. From 7th place, Jay Stella goes around, and Bermuda Triangle they went. That is my own personal coin for that, and I will take all credit for that. William Duncan, though, with the run. Here he comes, looking for the lead on Thornton. And a spot in the All-Star race next season on the line. Duncan to the lead. Now can he pull away, because he's got no damage on that car compared to DJ Curtis. That's why he was able to make that move. Curtis, though, looking back for the lead. Come on, guys, just don't wreck. Don't wreck. Don't wreck. Oh, they wrecked! They wrecked! William Duncan is out! DJ Curtis to the lead! And where's Kreller? The 2 leaders wreck on the final lap! Can Kreller chase down the 14? He's going to do so easily. DJ Curtis moving over to driver's right for him. And Zach Kreller to the lead just like that. Chris Washer to second, Will Lewis third, Gene Sanford now to fourth. As they try and chase down the 20 of Zach Kreller. Just one highway section to go. Gene Sanford goes for third. Can Zach Kreller keep it off the guardrail? Does Chris Washer chase him down for the win? Gene Sanford going to have to fall into third, I think, on this straightaway. As DJ Curtis continues to fall back. Kreller into the final corner that stands between him and his first win. Hits the wall. Here comes Washer. To the back bumper he goes. Does he make a move? Yes, he does, to driver's right. Washer to the lead! And it's going to be a last lap pass at Thornton. Chris Washer off the final corner will punch his ticket to the round of 8. Chris Washer wins at Thornton. Kreller comes home second, Sanford third, as we've got the street cleaner that people just ran into. Will Lewis fourth. Ben Neuwirth comes home fifth. Great run for them. Jessica Shelton sixth, a solid run. Henry Powers finishes seventh. DJ Curtis with that damage, 8th. Jake Baskinger, 9th. Tristan Wilhoit, 10th. Eric and Rage, a chaser, finishes in 12th. Dylan Young, 14th. Mary Shelley, 15th. McIntyre, 17th, just kept it clean. Henry Sanford, one of the contenders for the owner's chase, finishes 19th. Troy King in 20th. Theo Stegall, one of the contenders for the owner's chase, finishes in 26th. Kazuyoshi runs into problems. So too does Sky Commons. And there's William Duncan, who will limp it onto pit lane and not actually finish this race. Amy Shelley's going to come across the line. Where do they finish? It's going to be 27th for the 89. As like I said, Duncan's not going to finish this. Clutch issues apparently going to be the victim there. As problems for Kazuyoshi on the final lap. I wonder if Kazuyoshi fell off the turn of death maybe. As Charles Jackson's going to come across and limp for his 28th place finish. But the day belongs to Chris Washer, punching his ticket to the round of 8. And oh my, does that set up well. Next track is going to be Bristol. So the Death to Jabri 300 ends with a chaser clinching their spot to the round of 8 before we go to Bristol. Track that can be very interesting at times. Thank you for watching. We're not done yet. All that is left to do is showcase the wrecks and what happened. But we'll do that right now before this game crashes on me, because that's what Thornton does. So we're going to start the wrecks by trying to figure out what happened to Tom Shelley to send him out so wide as he was, first off. And then also to figure out what he hit, basically. I think I know what he hit. Oh, Alex Perkle, oh, whoa, Perkle! Okay, I didn't realize you could actually go under that embankment. I honestly did not realize that you could go under that embankment till just now. Either way, I'm going to speed this up a little bit because I don't know how long this is going to take him. Because I think I know which wall he's going to hit. Because if memory serves, there is a opening kind of like that guardrail we saw Kyle Matthews use yesterday. There's one of those over here on the highway section. He's actually keeping up pretty good speed, actually. Yeah, so he's going to hit this fence here. And there's an opening in the fence. Oh, yeah, that's where. That's where. So that's what happened to Tom Shelley. And then there was this wreck that happened over here. Casella, oh my God. Wow. We've got a flagpole. Dylan Casella's car is a flagpole, confirmed. As it was actually Allie Nelson's car that basically did most of... Well, so Casella gets turned by Nelson. Nelson's car comes back out in traffic, gets the 27, goes airborne. Ish Taylor gets involved. Stephen Pollard III gets collected. You see the 89 of Amy Shelley gets involved. 9 of Charles Jackson gets involved. And Will Lewis, who ends up getting actually a really good finish, gets by this somehow. As you see, Stephen Pollard III's in a guardrail. Or Steve Pollard, I mean, is in a guardrail. Stephen Pollard III's parked wrong side into traffic. Amy Shelley's trying to push the 22 of Nelson. And so, yeah, that happened. But we're not done with this lap yet. So, turn 1 was a very eventful lap as Robert Pollard then ends up falling off the turn of death. But he wasn't the only one. As you might end up hearing him, you might see him. The other one, well, I guess we didn't see him. The other one was Kyle Matthews, who amazingly out of all of this didn't get scored in 41st place. I mean, he makes it the farthest arguably of anyone other than Robert Pollard, but then gets scored behind them. So there's that logic. Yeah. But either way, Kyle Matthews fall turn death, and then we got to lap 2. Okay, this was still on lap 1, but I didn't realize that this happened before the Dylan Casella incident. Sam Young, yeah, decided to take an exit. This is actually the best camera view I think there is. Coming around this corner to the second of the highway sections, as I call them, misses the exit. And Sky Commons, what a miss. But for Sam Young to come into this race 30th in the owner's points, that's not going to help. And we may see Sam Young be a go-go homer next week. That might be a thing. Next incident on the day was Preston Plord and Jeff James finding difficulty with the guardrail here. Jeff James spins off the back bumper of the 48 and the 04 just hits the guardrail himself. And because the next incident was so close to this one, just wait for the car to come by. There he is. Kenny Bale, in probably one of the weirder fashions of going off the turn of death that I've ever seen. I'm double checking that I actually saw what I saw in this case, because I'm pretty sure I saw him take out the railroad crossing track sign. Hard to tell from that angle. That was a tame way of falling off, though. Let's see, can we see it from here? Well, he hits the guardrail going through that corner, that's for sure. That's a weird way of seeing the car come off the turn to death. Okay, so the best camera angle we had was TV1, and for sure, he went through the railroad crossing sign going off the turn to death. Gravity kind of got a little weird there on him. So, let's take a look at the next incident. The next incident we will show from the helicopter cam because it's the best angle of showing them going into the Bermuda Triangle. Jay Stella gets spun. Now, the question is he going to get spun from in front or spun from behind? Has Henry Powers that he's catching in front of him. Gene Sanford behind. Going driver's right and spins off the 90. And he'll hit this one area there. Bye. Instant retirement. No joke. Instant retirement. Next incident we saw was with William Duncan getting turned from the lead. This was a battle between him and DJ Curtis for the top spot. They were 3 seconds ahead of third place at the time. And Duncan gets too far wide, comes back, and just gets turned off the nose of the 14. So it's a shame that that's how their date had to end. Next incident happened with Sky Commons. I'm trying to figure out where it happened because he somehow ended up on pit lane. Well, so apparently Dylan Casella was not the only driver to fall victim to this one spot, as Sky Commons, Hiroshi Kazuyoshi battling for approximately the 28th position. Kazuyoshi will get turned by the 10, and they both find that unfortunate guardrail, I guess, if you can call it that. It looks like a safer barrier type thing. I don't know. Either way, that would be the end for Sky Commons and Kazuyoshi's day. Well, that was it for Rex. I didn't want to do it without, or leave the video though without an outro, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Congrats to Chris Washer on punching his ticket into the round of 8 for the Coke Vanilla Cup Series Season 4 Championship. The regular season points leader will fight another round. And like I said, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. On to Bristol, baby!